Apple is issuing a critical warning that we all need to know about, even if you don't have an iPhone, because all of us have friends, family members, colleagues at work, and you need to know about this alert because unfortunately, it's putting a lot of super important data and sensitive information at risk. So let's jump in. This is an article from the Economic Times. The article is Apple issues critical alert. iPhone users urged to download iOS 18.5 immediately to avoid major security risks. Let's see what they have to say. This is the synopsis of the article. Apple has shared an important update for iPhones to stop hackers from getting into your personal data. The update's called 18.5 and must be installed on iPhone XS or newer. So it's important that we all look and see, is this update available for us? It's important if your parents are using an iPhone, your grandparents, whoever it is, it's important we get this news out. Here's what a representative from Safe Data said, according to this article. Apple acted fast, but users need to act too. These updates are no longer optional. They're your first line of defense. They're urging people, Apple, to tell their parents, grandparents, neighbors, basically anyone with an iPhone about the update, per a report by Yahoo. So it's really important that we do this. I'm going to share how to do this update here in a second, but first I want to share with you having access to good quality information, making good decisions, and then securing that data is super important. When it comes to financial planning, I'm a retired financial advisor. I worked in the industry for over 20 years, and I think it's super important for all of us, whether we're 5 years away from retirement or 20 years away from retirement, to have a plan, to have a goal we're working to achieve, and then to know what the steps are to achieve that goal, whether it's saving for retirement or actually planning for retirement. A lot of people do this in Excel or Google Sheets. They do it themselves. It takes a lot of time. You might forget about important things. One of the things I often saw was people forgetting to include taxes, which can be one of the major expenses for a retiree. Healthcare costs, unfortunately, can be about $150,000 over the rest of a person's lifetime once they reach 65 and are on Medicare. So it's important that you know what these big items are, that you budget for them properly. There is software designed to do a much better job than I can do, let me say. In Excel or Google Sheets, it's super affordable. The software I like is called Bolden. It used to be called New Retirement. This is, if you scan this QR code, you can get Bolden. I am an affiliate of Bolden. This video is not sponsored by Bolden. And then if you prefer, this is my link here, gobolden.com/Azul. Again, you can just scan this QR code. Okay, so let's talk about how do we actually update this software. This is according to Apple support. And here's what they say about updating your iPhone and iPad if you want to do this wirelessly. Now, these articles didn't say whether iPads are included. I think they probably are. I have an iPad, and yesterday I got an alert saying 18.5, iPad OS 18.5 was available from my iPad. So I think this includes any iOS device. So it's important that you look to see. So we're going to talk about how to install the update and then also how to make it where you don't have to worry about it anymore, where Apple installs it automatically for you. So again, this is according to Apple support. To update your iPhone or iPad wirelessly, first it says to back up your device. The next one is to plug your device into power and connect it to the internet. And then go to settings in general and then tap software update. And if you see more than one software update available, choose the one that you want to install. In this case, again, the iOS that we're being told we should upgrade to is 18.5. I'm recording this on the last day of May 2025, so there might be an even newer update by the time you're on there. So this is what it's going to look like when you go to settings, general, and you can see the automatic updates for this one is here, but here's the latest iOS, this is obviously dated. Again, this is from just from the frequently asked question from Apple support. But you have a choice. You can either update it now or you can update it while you sleep. Okay. And then the fifth item on this is install now. And if you see download install instead, tap it to download the update, enter your passcode, and then install now. Okay. Now, it is also possible to have Apple do this automatically. Sometimes we need to intervene and authorize it, but here's how they say to customize your automatic updates. Your device can automatically update overnight while it's charging. Again, they say turn on automatic updates. We're going to go to settings, general, software update. We're going to turn on automatic updates and then turn on iOS updates. And then your device will automatically update to the latest version of iOS. Importantly, though, some updates might need to be installed manually. So this is what it looks like under automatic updates, the iOS updates, security response and system files, automatically download the iOS updates. So that's what we need to know. Now, I generally consider the iPhone to be a super safe device. I love the fact that we're updating, that Apple is releasing security updates, and it does bring up a point, and that is, I'm a retirement advisor. I'm gonna put this back as I talk back on this Bolden referral link in case you want to see that again. You just scan that and you can get Bolden. It's super affordable. It's about $120 a year. But what I want to say as a financial advisor is many of us say, my phone works. Why do I need to upgrade to the latest and greatest iPhone? Why do I need to upgrade my MacBook? Why do I need to upgrade my iPad? It does everything that I want. And that's a good point. Actually, let me go full screen. That's a good point. It can do everything that you want, but sometimes there's situations like this where there's security updates, and at some point, Apple quits release your phone, your MacBook, your iPad. There comes a point where it can no longer run the latest version of the software that might include security patches. And so by not upgrading, yes, your MacBook, yes, your iPhone, yes, your iPad might be able to do everything that you want, but is it as secure as what you want it? Is it fully protecting you? So as you think about your electronic devices, as you think about the tools that you're using, also keep in mind your security, because yes, it's nice to save $1,000 and not buy a new iPhone. Yes, it's nice to save $1,000 and not buy the new Mac Air. But you know what costs a lot more money and a heck of a lot more headaches? And that's if we get hacked. So I urge you to keep that in mind. Our security is super important. Many of us, unfortunately, are still reusing passwords. If that's you, I urge you to use a password manager and start using it, because keeping our devices secure is important. And unfortunately, as we get older, we're more subject to be targeted by hackers because we have more money, and many of us are not keeping up on the latest and greatest technology, and hackers know that. If you like this video, the YouTube algorithm says this is the next video of mine specifically for you that you should watch next. Thanks for watching this one, and be safe out there. Bye-bye.